This is XFM from the Edinburgh Festival on a Saturday, well, not morning, what do you describe it, lunchtime?
Well, it's after midday now.
It's after midday, so lunchtime?
Afternoon.
Oh, I'm not going to throw people's eating times down the throats. Still joined by Charlie Baker.
Hello.
Eating a flapjack. Can we hear that flapjack being eaten? Is that...
I love a flapjack.
You can.
Yeah.
Have you ever made flapjacks?
Well, no, less tangents, Charlie, less tangents.
That's what you need in flapjacks, no more tangents.
And joined for the final hour by James Acaster.
Yeah.
Oh.
How are you, James?
Yeah, very well, thank you, James.
I mean, you've been here kind of chipping in.
I've been here.
When you heard there was free flapjack.
Tunnock's tea cake, and I've folded the wrapper into a neat square, so productive day already.
Well, if anyone's a neat square, James, it's you. Eh?
Oh, that was very good.
Straight, hit me where it hurts. Right out the doors.
How, do you like Edinburgh?
Yeah, man, I love it.
Having fun?
Yeah, more or less. Having fun, you know.
I said to you, I'd seen someone tipped your show on Twitter.
Yep, my dad. My dad tweeted about it yesterday. Hashtag proud parent. He actually put, and he also tagged John Richardson in it because John was at the gig, and my dad turned round to him without John knowing that it was my dad, asking him subtly what he thought of the show and what he thought of this young comic, and then revealed to John, I'm his father, and then John went, right, so that was all a big trap, was it? What if I said I didn't like it? How awkward would this have been?
Was your mum there?
My mum was
Head in
there.
hands?
My mum was there, just like David up to his usual undercover Edinburgh shtick. Apparently he did it in the queue as well to some guys behind him. He turned around to them and went, how did you hear about this young man? Why are you coming to see him? And finding out from them, you know, what the
How have they heard?
Apparently they choose 6 shows every Edinburgh. They choose 2 established acts, 2 up-and-comers and 2 brand-new acts.
They're not brand new.
That they haven't heard of. So I come and see them. So, yeah, you know.
So
I was one of the 6.
You were one of the 6?
One of the.
And did he reveal his secret to them as well?
No, I don't think he did. I don't think he goes revealing the secrets to everyone. David Acaster.
But you know, when you left the stage, he stood up and shouted, I'm the boy's father.
Yeah. He went, you have me to thank, and this lady here. It was a group effort. Not a group. Hopefully. Well, ideally wish loads of people in the room stood up, and there's some speculation.
Josh Widdicombe. Podcast XFM.
James, you brought a present.
Yeah, brought a little present along. Basically, Josh, I got your text when I was leaving my flat about bringing a souvenir. I didn't have anything, so I ducked into a charity shop and bought a xylophone. It's a little xylophone, it's not a big one.
Have you got a beater?
No, this is the thing, it didn't come with a beater.
Mate, a xylophone without a beater is just like a small, rigid table.
Yeah, that's all it is. I mean, it's like a washboard, really, isn't it? Like, the lady, it was a charity shop. And
How much did you pay?
I said, do we have a beater?
No.
And she said no, and I didn't want to go, well, forget it then. £3. That doesn't work, does it?
Do you play the xylophone in your show, Charlie?
Yeah, I do, yeah, I've got a xylophone.
So could you not
do
you know that?
No, I tried to get a really good xylophone for my show, and a proper xylophone is like £300.
Really?
£400, yeah, that you can tune and stuff. So I got like a £12 one off eBay.
So could you play the bit that you play in your show on there?
No, it's not very, it's no, is the answer.
That's a nice one. We're actually, in many ways, appropriate for it. Our second meeting with a xylophone, me and James took part in Live Nightmare. With a K.
The show.
The children's TV show.
Yeah.
And our first task, we were presented with a table, and we could take 2 items. And the items we got to choose from were a xylophone, chalk,
and a tin opener.
Which 2 would you have taken, Neil?
I would have taken the xylophone and the tin opener. Do you want some trivia about tin openers?
Yes.
They were invented 45 years after the tin.
What?
Yeah.
What, a mechanical tin opener?
Yeah.
So you used to have a thing, that's what's on a Swiss Army.
Yeah, no, they didn't just have tins of food that they couldn't open for 45 years.
Right, we've got it in there, how do we get it out?
I love beans.
I've got them in this tin.
So, we took the...
Did you need them later on to play like a tune, like Goonies-esque?
We did. We played a little tune to get into a nightclub that was guarded by a goblin.
But we were also... we played Nightmare with it beforehand, eh?
Oh, very good.
Do you know people who paint alphabets for kids when they have like...
Yeah, they have xylophones
on there. What do you think they were quite
before
annoyed?
The invention of the xylophone?
No, well, do you think the xylophone was obviously always there? What happened when X-ray came along? You had to learn to paint that then, didn't they? People who painted X.
But just an X-ray of a xylophone.
Very good.
Very clever.
Very good.
There you go, put that up.
And someone...
If you are getting X-rayed, a little fun trick you can do, strap 2 xylophones to your chest, and then it looks like you got really weird ribs. It comes out in the X-ray, they get really concerned. What is wrong with this man? His ribs... it's the weirdest...
Xylo ribs?
I love the letter X. That's all that's wrong with me.
Just loving the X.
XFM.
It could be XFM's new...
How we didn't get to XFM? That should be the new logo for XFM.
A man with xylophone ribs.
With xylophone ribs going through an X-ray.
X-ray machine.
Josh Widdicombe. Podcast XFM.
Still joined by James Acaster, who is currently having his photo taken because his microphone matches his socks. Edinburgh Festival,
refuses to
the
turn
greatest arts festival in the world, and that's the most excited I've seen you in a week.
Mate, some shows, that is all they do.
Where would that be listed in the brochure? Theatre or modern dance?
Contemporary dance, mate. Contemporary dance.
Win an award, I'll tell you that much.
Right, now... it's just good to see something that isn't stand-up. Really breaks up the day. We are talking... This is your chance, James, for your classic scrape.
An Edinburgh one.
Yeah.
It's from like a few Edinburghs ago. Well, I made a faux pas and I didn't mean to. Right, basically. Okay, so at the start of the festival, a comedian that I really like, I think she's hilarious, Holly Byrne. You heard of Holly Byrne?
Yep.
Yeah.
So I would never congratulate anyone on reviews now, but at the time I didn't know this wasn't what you did. But anyway, so I went up to Holly Byrne and said, congratulations on that review, and she was very nice about it. She was like, oh, thanks so much, and I said to her, look, by the way, I don't, I'm not one of those people who just goes around saying this to everyone and just congratulating. Like, honestly, I'm only saying it to you because I'm genuinely really happy.
Did you add also, are you single? Because it does
yeah, I said, by the way, will you marry me? So I did that, beginning of the festival, left it. Whole festival just went about my business. It's fine. And then, almost near the end of the festival, I was in Brooks Bar.
Which is an artist
a little bar full of comics all mingling with each other, and I saw someone from a sketch group called the Boom Jennies, all female sketch group.
Yeah.
And I'd seen them before Edinburgh and thought that one of them was one of the most
was possibly single.
was possibly single and could do would maybe like to settle down with a gent who gets into all kinds of scrapes. And just
No,
I saw her and I went, "Hey, you're in the Boom Jennies." She went, "Yeah." I went, "You." It's the most inherently funny people I've seen in ages. Really funny. She looked at me like really quite unimpressed at the time, if I'm honest. And I was like, oh, because Brooks is like always full of comics going around saying this kind of stuff to each other. This must seem quite I seem quite shallow, and I'm just another person just like trying to climb up the ladder and network. So I went, oh no, I don't just go around saying this kind of stuff to people. Then Holly Byrne turned around.
Brilliant. This is brilliant.
Then she just turned around and went, well, you said it to me at the beginning of
no,
mate.
So where was Holly Byrne stood?
Holly Byrne stood at the bar, back to us. We were behind her at the bar.
I
was doing this. Holly Byrne heard this.
Can
and
you
thought,
imagine how her heart was breaking?
Yeah.
I was breaking and probably thinking, I'm not letting this creep get away with this, because the exact same line he fed me.
And she was clinging on to that the whole of the festival.
Yeah.
At least that James liked me.
Yeah. And she just turned around and he said that to me, and then they both looked at me like, oh, I said, and I'd go, oh no, you two are the only two. Which sounds so much like a lie.
Worse, mate.
Someone, I can't remember who else was standing there with one of their friends, and someone else went, this is a guy as well, he went, it's funny as well because you're both women, aren't you? I was like,
cool.
I was like, whoa, like, no, come on, man, like, honestly.
That is if they are listening, would you like to make an on-air apology?
Yeah. Boom Jennies, I'm a sincere man. Every time I tell people they're good, I mean it from the bottom of my heart. Josh, and I want you to know I want you to know that I really did think one of you was inherently funny.
One of you? That's what I like.
No,
mate.
She was the one I
This
paid
is
the
awful
compliment to.
now.
She was the one I
The
paid the
other two
compliment to.
boomers, the other two boomers going, not
I
only...
know, they're all funny, but I'm just saying, like,
a
she's
bit
the
of a
one...
coincidence that the ones you didn't like are the ones that had boyfriends.
Yeah.
Oh, no. The Boom Jenny that I said was very funny. I meant it from the bottom of my heart.
You can't even remember her name, mate. That's how funny you thought she was.
and the other two Boom Jennies, I was interested in boyfriend conversation. I was just quite drunk at the time, and I was...
Mate.
Let's play some music. This is XFM.
Josh Widdicombe, XFM.
That was We Share the Same Sun by the Stereophonics. Brand new. How brand new is brand new?
Well, it's their new single from their latest
new
album.
Right. So if you've had the album, then medium new Stereophonics on XFM, and we come to the point of the show where you can plug what you want, really, Charlie. So you've been here, you've served your time. You now get your opportunity to plug your show.
I was just...
And you've got 30 seconds.
No, I've not got 30 seconds worth of plugging, to be honest.
We'll go free reign on this.
Okay.
Okay, it's my show, Baker's Dozen, is on 9:15 at Assembly 3, daily, 13 biggest selling UK singles of the last 13 years, and they are all rubbish, and we try and make them good, with jokes. That's it.
It's very good. It's very good. James?
7 o'clock, Pleasance Courtyard. My show is called Lawnmower, and I am taking that on tour in the autumn.
Do you want to do your Twitter?
At Baker's Tweet.
At James Acaster.